Supercross.
Didn't see the rest of the
runs these conditions really well. Take a look at Ken Roxon too. Ken Roxon out there in fourth. At least that's what my eyes tell me. It's hard to know with the transponders and see where they're at on the big board, but it looked like Ken was moving up. And here it is, Nate Thrasher gonna do it and make it happen and put a win, a W on his resume. Not the way he wanted to win, but still, we. Looks like that's Freezy out front, Justin Cooper in second. Oh, big pile over on the first turn. Racing, right? You strap your helmet on and you go to work. And looks like Marsha gets hung up in the mud. Guys get hung up behind him. Oh, he's back going now, but he's well out of transfer position here, Dan. He's back in 7th place right now, so he's got some work to do. Yeah, the 173 of Hunter Schlosser right alongside him. Hunter was also in that mix-up in that crash that took down Hunter Lawrence as well.
JB, I'd like to know from a rider's perspective, in conditions like these, is it go slow and go fast, and you really push or charge that hard when the track is this treacherous? You have to slow it down and be patient and just let the bike do its thing underneath you.
Well, it's such a fine line chase. It's a great question, though. If we had that trying to get the power on it, talk about the smart top team coming together, getting a motorbike or a new engine that he could ride with to get him in this position. Nothing to do with him. He was just trying to go around. Vince came from the right side of the track all the way to the left and took him down. Tough break for Bubba Pauly. He was up in the mix. You didn't see him on the scoreboard, but he was in second for a good part of the LC. Vince stalls his bike. For right now, but you never know what can happen. So to make that main event, he's got to, just like I said. Ready, was important, and he's all over it. Absolutely, especially with how the night started, winning that heat race in dominating fashion. He had a great run at Anaheim. It wasn't a podium, but still came from behind. Oh, look, we've got a little pile up in second, third place. Even bigger lead for Jordan Smith. That's RJ Hampshire. Let's look at the replay right here. JB, I want you to take a look at the screen. Who better to take us through this than a pro who's already been in? And look at all the time this is taking for him to extricate himself. Let's take a look at the Supercross big screen. As soon as it comes up, we're going to cut to you, JB. That is Heartbreak City.
Being quick during the heat races and anything different because I am allowed to push a little bit harder right now. How's the track shaping up compared to their heats?
No. Look, I love the mud conditions where it's so difficult. You have to preserve your motorcycle. You cannot jump anything. You just have to preserve. These are the exact conditions, and he's really making amends to that in second place here.
Hey, man, you asked for it. You got it. Levi Kitchen looking good out here, and he does not like the mud, but if he has to get it, JB, this is the way he wants it.
Incredible, but for right now, this is a lot rider. Jordan Smith is on his last lap. And
that's in 1/6/2018 Daytona.
Wins this race and knows he's going to lose that red plate. What a ride for
a while ago. So, man, it's special. Just everyone that stuck behind me, my whole Is number 3 of Eli Tomac. A ninth was very subpar for what he looked for last week, but JB, man, looks like he's rebounding right now, sitting in second place. Could this be what he needed to get the season on track?
He's looking great. He's got McElrath behind him and Cianciarulo, but he's opening up a gap against them right now. It's looking solid.
It is looking solid, and we talked about bounce back rides for Eli Tomac. Ninth place last week in Anaheim 1 is not what he wanted, but typically anytime he has a... This is a great opportunity for Shane McElrath to potentially get on the 450 podium here.
Guys, I just watched the number 7 of Aaron Plessinger ditch his goggles already. That's pretty early to do in this main event. He's one right ahead to win, but JB, if you're Aaron Plessinger, what do you do if you ditch your goggles this early in the main event?
Well, this is so early. We've still got 12 minutes remaining, and he's in heavy traffic right now. It's really difficult because in your mind you want to go, oh, Aaron Plessinger's stuck. He's stuck. 5 last year in that New Jersey mud race, so he obviously rides these conditions really well.
Take a look at Ken Roxon, too. Ken Roxon out there in 4th place. Is that Ken out there in 4th? At least that's what my eyes tell me. It's hard to know with the transponders and see where they're at on the big board, but it looked like Ken was moving up.
I actually thought I seen Ken have some problems in the first turn crash, but now he's made his way all the way up. I could be wrong, but it might have been a different Suzuki, but he is on a mission right now in 4th place.
Yeah, the board shows the number 9 of Adam Cianciarulo on that green Monster Energy Kawasaki in 4th, but it is Ken Roxon who is able to get past. So Ken Roxon on that Suzuki on up into 4th place.
And Ken rides these conditions really well. He's from Germany, grew up over there riding treacherous conditions like this, and when you watch Ken, he's going to be standing up a lot.
The place, the gap is so big. So JB, what's Chase Sexton thinking right now? Just clean line, stay out of trouble?
Well, you don't want to let your mind wander to say, oh my goodness, I'm going to get this win. This is still a long race for these guys.
Shane McElrath currently in a career best 4th. His current career best is 5th from Denver in 2023 last year.
Yeah, Shane's had some great rides, but this could be one of his best ever. Jorge Prado on the screen right now, riding around. It looks like he's in 7th place, and that's going to be a great result for him as well if he can just keep it on 2 wheels. Look, a heat win in 7th, I would say he would take that.
France and Spain battling right there on the Supercross big screen. The 14 of Ferrandis gets past the 111 Spaniard of Jorge Prado. Now the steam are coming off the bikes. That's just evaporation off the bike. That's nothing engine-wise that these guys need to be worried about, is it?
Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's the bike being so hot they go through a puddle and the steam comes off into your point. But other times it can be the clutch, it can be the bike losing some coolant, getting really hot. In the circumstance with Chase Sexton and Eli Tomac right now, I don't think they have to worry about that. Looks like Chase might have just hit a puddle or something. Sure, it's going to be a bounce back for a lot of these guys. I mean, if Chase Sexton can hold on to this win, that's a huge win for him. You talk about Eli Tomac, then you talk about Ken Roxon. He had a difficult weekend last weekend in 10th place. For him to bounce back with a podium, this is all shuffled out. This 2024 Supercross Championship is going to be one for the books.
Eli Tomac and Jordan Smith doing it for Yamaha. Right now, Eli Tomac in 2nd. If it finishes like this, he'll add his points to Jordan Smith's 1st place, 25 points.
I just got to get through this race right my 3 laps.
No, you can't start thinking yet, Chase. Don't turn the brain on yet.
Too early.
It's a little too early. Honestly, it's too early until you cross that check. You want to talk about a total reset for San Diego? Obviously, we're still in San Francisco, but it's going to be amazing to watch next week and how this race plays out. And I'm so excited for Eli Tomac to be back because there was questions this week. Dan, there was questions about, like we said earlier, did he need to hit the panic button or not? But I would say definitely not. Leave that panic button in the drawers. Eli Tomac is here to stay.
It looks, from what we can tell, that Chase Sexton, if he laps one more rider, that might be Jet Lawrence.
Looks like we're going to have 2 laps to go. Chase and Eli across the base line, and I'll tell you what, Eli's trying everything he can to get close and just set. I would have thought you were crazy, Stan.
Justin, does Jet Lawrence getting lapped by Chase Sexton do anything to his mental psyche, or are you just going to shake it off like, this was a mud race. Let's go back to some dry dirt next week and do it all over again?
Yeah, just kind of you can't really take your flag.
You want consistency? You got it. He asked for it. The reigning champ takes the win in San Francisco. Chase Sexton had to work very hard in there for his 114th podium. He gets it done. We'll be back to hear from Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, and Ken Roxon in just a minute.
They say an object in motion tends to stay in motion. We test that idea on a daily basis.
we go. Ostensibly a teammate of the winner of heat number 1.